What's up, guys? Let me see. Share it real quick.
Do you love your Fire Stick? Have you tapped your Fire Stick's full potential for streaming TV, movies, coding, and games?
What's up, guys? See if I did it right. Okay, I think I got it. What's up, everybody? Let me say what's up to everybody before we begin. Sorry for being late. Snowing. What's up, Zombie, Joshan, Sammy, Travis? Hold on, let me take this real quick, guys. Hello? Okay. Okay. Oh, answer that phone call. What's up, Sammy, Travis? Hey, Davita. Elias, Tim, Super Steel. Good evening, everyone. Time to make the box yours. What's up, DB66? See if I can straighten this so I can lay back a little bit. Here we go. Perfect. Steve is probably... Now, I found my head. I was trying to get in the house. What's up? Who else is in here? Hey, Darrell. William, Michael, Mystique. Hey, Mickey Mike, Bet Girl, Billy, Ed E. Hey, Octavia. Hey, Steve. It's not snowing in Florida. Nah, it's still. You know what though? It's not even. It's a little bit bad, but the winters here in Chicago, nothing like they used to be. So definitely not like the snow we used to have back in the day. We haven't had no real big winters, like snowy winters, probably since like 2012, 2011. I think we had the blizzard was 2011. So we had topics, more people leaving GeForce now. Also Verizon. Let me see if I can find those pictures. Verizon got a new streaming box. And Sony, no, I think we talked about this before, but it's official today. Sony, not Sony, Xumo's creating apps for Sony, but Comcast has bought Xumo. So Comcast, if you guys can remember, like a month ago or something like that, they raised their prices to their stuff. And they pretty much said they weren't worried about it because of Peacock. I guess, you know, Comcast is Comcast is relying on Peacock to pretty much bring some of their subscribers back. I'm not sure what they're planning doing, but they bought Xumo too. So I'm guessing we talked about this. Everybody's going through this free-based streaming. They're going to be the ad-based streaming, and it's going to be different tiers. And Peacock has it. More than likely, Xumo will have it. And then it'll probably coincide with more Comcast things. So I'm not sure if it's going to keep its name or if it's going to change, but we'll see. So Comcast did that. Let me see. Is I said, and this is how it's gonna be, man. You're gonna see bigger companies buy a lot of these little apps. They're gonna buy a lot of this stuff. Okay, this is 9 to 5 Google. He has pictures up. So this is the new streaming. Oops. This is the new Verizon streaming box. Share my screen. Share audio. Okay. This is it right here. It's going to cost $69 for their customers. Comes with Android TV and Disney Plus. So it's an Android TV device like the Nvidia Shield TV and the Mi Box Android TV. It will support the 4K HDR. Not sure if it has Dolby licensing. I didn't read that it does, but more than likely it probably does. I would think it does. It would be kind of slow not to include it, making the box in 2020 without it. But that could happen. So Verizon also confirmed that Prime Video is also available in Stream TV. So it's just even if it wasn't available, it's an Android TV box. So I'm wondering, it didn't show too much of the specs, but more than likely it's probably going to be identical to the Mi Box Android TV, just like the Google new TV device had. You know, they're not going to really give you too much, but it's a convenient price. Will I get it? I'll probably get it to test it out. As far as devices, I don't mind just buying on a open market. I think it's a great idea what the companies are doing now, like Verizon, Comcast and stuff like that. It's a great idea for their customers to actually make streaming devices. They should have been doing stuff like this. But for me, I think I'd just rather stick to buying a device that's not geared towards a company. Therefore, you have the option of choices and stuff like that. Well, you will with that as well, but if you guys know what I mean. What's good, Steve? What's up, Mendez? I'm watching this on my new S9 Plus. I still like the older cell. Have an MX2 G-Box high, easy peasy. What's up, Rick Coder? I bet I can get the website. I'm not sure if it's launching yet. Let me see. Did it launch yet? Let me double check. It didn't really give a date to it. See, this is what I mean. The product is stated not to support Netflix, the Verizon Stream TV. So that's the problem you'll have with companies making their own streaming devices. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. The good thing, they should have been doing it, and it's pretty much getting with the times. It's getting with the times, and it's something good for their customers. The bad thing is company. Since it's a company, if I had my own company, why would I make a device and give my subscribers the chance to go somewhere else, kind of jump ship and go somewhere else if they like this other streaming service more. so I can understand where they're going. That's why when it comes to streaming devices, I just rather buy something that doesn't have nothing to do or anything to do with any company, as far as, you know, a regular, like, you know, the big main companies, the cable companies, stuff like that. I'd rather just go get me a Video Shield TV or an Amazon Fire Stick where I could put anything on it, you know, where you're not blocking anything that's your competition outside that box. So we're gonna see how it's gonna do. I'm interested to see how it performs, but I don't know if I would just buy it for personal use. What's up, Nicholas? Steve, did you get your YouTube plaque yet? And when are you going to get it? I didn't get my YouTube plaque yet. It was I don't think anybody got it, you know, as far as like the streaming tech people. I'm gonna try to put in for mine though. Due to I don't got, you know, no strikes or anything, or I haven't been I've just been doing mainly just tech videos. So I'm gonna put in for it, see what they say. And it is what it is. What's up, though, King? It is what it is, but I'm gonna try. They're supposed to give you the option to apply for it, but they don't even give me that option. I talked to Triple M, and he didn't get the option. So a lot of people who didn't get it, man. So it became pretty much at first, you know, it's their pretty much platform. At first, it's, you know, it was put, okay, you make 100,000 subscribers, you get the plaque. Then it was, you make 100,000 subscribers, you apply for it, and you might or might not get the plaque if YouTube want to give it to you. So who knows? So let's see. Talk about the tick risk match Android watch. I haven't seen it yet. Let me look it up. I have not seen it yet. So doesn't look too bad. One bad rating so far. Only one review though. So I'm not positive. Amazon has it. Let's see who else has it. DX.com, AliExpress. What's up, brother? Not yet. I'm doing my live show. I'm gonna give him a call in a minute. Okay, all right. I'm about to call her right now. All right. Jesus. That's the thing about running late. You be having things to do. I need that PS4 back there. I'm keeping my PS4. I'm giving my Xbox away though. I'm giving my Xbox to probably my little cousin. Everything was built off the old Metricom boxes. Metricom was one of the first boxes. I remember Metricom. That's what I actually got started with, the G box. But it was Minix, Metricom. Then, you know, you had a lot of budget boxes, but man, stuff has came so far. You know, as far as, you know, we're pretty much spoiled now. I remember the days I had to switch ROMs and stuff for my boxes, all type of crazy stuff. I gotta let somebody in, guys. Hey, Tim, are you doing both shows for Cordell? Where's Trooper at? Let me see. Because I'm going to have to let one of my family members in, guys. Talk about, I'm not sure about that watch. I'm going to look it up before I talk about it because it don't have too many reviews. Zombie or Tim, can y'all hop on too? Because I might have to leave for a second when I open this door. Trooper working nights. I haven't got a chance to check out Xena. I've just been using the regular Xena. It's crazy because Jay said he's stopping doing the resolver now. I'm not sure if anybody's taking over. So that's kind of gonna suck. I'm not gonna say his whole name, but he said he's not doing the resolver anymore. Trooper was on earlier with Superdale. So you have to get one. I'm gonna check it out. How I never had no Android watch or nothing like that. I'm gonna check it out. I was gonna get the one Samsung one, but I was kind of waiting. I may still get one in the future. Yeah, I see it's on Gears Best, it's on AliExpress, and it's on Amazon. So somebody else left GeForce Now as well. I can't remember their name. But it's been a lot of people mad inside the groups. And a lot of people been telling, a lot of people been kind of blaming Nvidia for it, but it's not Nvidia's fault, man. If a company pulling its games from Nvidia's cloud service, it's not really Nvidia's fault. Nvidia is bringing a new form of revenue to these companies. So Nvidia pretty much didn't state much. They said it's a misunderstanding, and they're not going to state too much because they want these games to come back to their platform. But the whole thing is greed. Why would you want any money for this if they're bringing you a new form of revenue to it? So we had another company leave. And us as fans, for this to change, you got to start spamming, man. You got to go to their social medias. You got to say, hey, why did you take this off GeForce now? Go on Twitter. Definitely Twitter. That's probably the main thing. You could either get on Twitter and at these guys, tag them and say, hey, why did you remove your games? I just bought your game. Why did you remove it? I don't know what that's a black comment. Oh, I have no idea. So I can't even say this word. Bethesda lost access to that and Activision, where you guys already told you guys about Activision Blizzard. What games does this have? I heard Modern Warfare, stuff like that. No, I'm wrong. So this had major titles like Skyrim, Fallout, the Elder Scrolls 5, Wolfenstein. That's it. What else? This is an article from Engadget too. This is Mariella Moon. Shout out to her. So these games are pulling from GeForce now. And to me, it's just greed, man. That stuff is just greed. If I'm bringing you revenue to your platform, and this revenue you haven't had before, why are you removing your games? And it's a bad look for your fans. That's like telling you, it's like telling us we don't care if you bought it. So you mean Real the Bread is not working on Zenon? What should we? Real the Bread's working, Nicholas. What's up, Robert? Robert? From what I heard, he isn't doing it. And that's not a good thing. Maybe someone will fork it. Yeah, they'll probably fork it down. Usually happen. Usually, that's the way it is streaming. Somebody leaves and somebody jumps back on. He's just been a huge piece to just leave, though. A mega huge. I wish I could just find a custom ROM for the H96 Max X2, S95 X2. What type of ROM you looking for, JJ? You really don't need custom ROMs. You know, back in the day, we needed custom ROMs. You really don't need no custom ROM no more. You got the launchers. You have FileLink just to easily put stuff on. It's just a whole difference compared to now. You know, for me, if I bought a new box back in the day, it might have took me about 30, 40 minutes to set it up. 30 minutes to set it up because I used to just delete everything on the box and put everything on my own back on it with a flash drive or something like that. But now you can set your device up like in 10 minutes with all this new stuff. Let's see. What else I missed? JS will greatly miss. Yeah, he's been in for a while too. So has anybody been playing GeForce now? Has any games? Have you lost any games due to some these two companies leaving? It hasn't affected me yet. Also, GeForce now, I need to make a video too. It makes no sense when you first started beta, you could download games you didn't have. And now that it's paid, you can't do it no more. So that's the main thing. That's the only thing I could really say that's Nvidia's fault. Bring back the capability to download the game if it's not in the GeForce Now cloud, so we can play some of our older games. Because it's a lot of games I got that not like the most popular games, but I enjoy them. So they're not in the GeForce Now cloud, but I used to be able just to download them and play them. Now they're useless on the GeForce Now. Good thing I didn't buy them though. You know, I mean I bought them, but I have my PC, so I can always play them. But it'd be cool just to play those games in the living room and stuff too. How do you feel about Sony not having an ATSC 3.0, HDMI 2.1 in the X950H 220? The new PS5 will have HDMI 2.1 from All Star to Love. I haven't read too much about the PS5 yet because it's just so many videos. I'm waiting for them to actually just come out and give it to us before I start talking about it. I still have my Shield up, but I bought a PS4 on Black Friday. I got tired of GeForce Now. Way better experience as far as gaming, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's a console. So a console's going to be a better experience probably for gaming because you got all your games there. And, you know, console gaming just huge, and everybody's going to – you're not going to have all this stuff that Nvidia is going through with console gaming, but so that's true. But I mean, just I think GeForce Now, I just don't like to compare it to anything. GeForce Now is good because it allows those who enjoy PC gaming to play PC gaming. You can go on Steam and stuff if you don't have the laptop that's not good enough, or you're just on your phone, or you're on your Nvidia Shield TV or other devices. I still need to test some more devices. That new Nvidia Shield, the new GeForce Now APK is not working on the Fire Stick anymore. So I need to test it out, the old one back out, and see what's wrong with that. But so far, my tablets, the phones, and stuff has been working, but my Fire Stick stopped working once it updated the app. But Steve, have you heard the rumor of Cody being bought out? I haven't heard about Daryl, but I mean, it wouldn't be surprised me, man. I think maybe a lot of that stuff might have been the end game. Get so popular with its developers, as far as some of these streaming apps like Pluto, Zumo, and they sold these apps for big money. Cody would probably make big money selling it, but they always stated that they weren't interested in selling or making anything paid. So, I mean, they've been in the game for a while. Will they do in the future? I have no idea, but the way I look at things, money talks. People do make commitments, but when somebody offers you a big sum of money and things is not going, the thing about business, each year you want to make more money. Each year you want to make more money. Even if you make the same amount of money, that's considered like a loss in business. So who knows, I've seen some things happen. I never thought that Sprint and T-Mobile would merge, stuff like that. So we'll see. I haven't heard about the rumor, but I have heard rumors in the past like that. And that's the thing about rumors. Rumors coming and go too. I put the PS4 app on my notes in tab 6. Recognize the controller, but when I put it on my iPad, it works flawlessly. That's weird. Comcast has purchased free streaming service Zumo. Yep. We talked about that in the beginning of the show. And that's something they can add with Peacock. Comcast is banking in to this new streaming service, Peacock. And I think Peacock is going to be hot. I think Peacock is probably going to be more. You remember how I told you guys Disney Plus may challenge Netflix? And I was wrong because Disney Plus can't challenge Netflix because they're two different things. They're night and day. Netflix is pretty much a complete streaming experience. They have stuff for kids. They have stuff for adults. They have everything you want. Disney Plus is more family oriented. You know, it's the stuff with the old classics and stuff that we like, but nothing's rated higher than PG-13. See, and you know, us as adults, we like our rated R stuff. So it's not, they're two different to challenge each other. Disney Plus is going to do well though, continue to do well. But Peacock will have all that stuff. And it's going to have Peacock is going to have live streaming as far as sports and stuff like that. So it'll be able to challenge stuff like Netflix. And with Zumo being bought by Comcast, who knows what they're going to do with that? You know, they're going to add some of their programming to Zumo and probably have a free a tier for the free streaming and have pretty much they pretty much have a ticket towards other stuff to use. Do you still use it? Yeah, I still use Kodi. I like numbers, Joseph. Did I hit everything? What's up, RB? So we talked about, let me see if there's anything else streaming wise that we didn't hit. But I think that's going to be a big hit with the Verizon streaming device not having Netflix. Netflix is too popular not to have it. Even if people not using it, I don't even use Netflix anymore because I bought my daughter the Disney Plus. But I can't see myself buying a device that blocks certain apps. I can't do it. I'd rather just buy a device that I could choose what I want to do. Wow. And somebody made an article, right, what we was talking about too, about the Disney Plus, you know, about it not having enough for adults. Zumo was the owner of MySpace. So, I mean, Comcast, you know, they're trying to stay in the game, you know. Comcast is going to stay in the game some way, somehow. So we're going to see. It's going to be a lot of stuff just bought out. These companies all going to go towards ad-based streaming. Well, free ad-based streaming with the tiers. And that could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. We won't know till we actually start getting it more and more. Did everybody catch the fight? Did anybody catch the Deontay Wilder fight? Tyson Fury. Huge win for Tyson Fury. Best heavyweight in the world right now. You got to put him ahead of Joshua right now. Yeah, that was a crazy fight. He got hit. When he got hit in the third round, it was over with. He hit him right here. You get hit right here, man. You get hit in that temple, man. And he said he just had a small scratch in it. His trainer said, I think that was a lie. I think Tyson busted his eardrum or something because it was too much blood. You get hit right here. It controls a lot of your, it's like you have motion sickness. You get dizzy. You all discombobulated. And I don't know if you guys remember that Joshua Ruiz, the first fight. Joshua got hit at the same spot too. And that's why he couldn't regroup, because it takes some time. When you get hit right there, and the hit's good enough, it's over with. There's nothing you can do, no matter who you are, to come back from that fight. And I think Fury knew it. He knew it was over with. They're about to do it again. I don't understand him licking the blood. He was showing off. These guys are professional boxers, so he knew it was over with. Fury knew he couldn't defend himself. That's why he kept on leaning against the ropes. His balance was it was done. Once he got caught with that shot in the third round, it was over with. So he's like, man, I might as well show out. I got this fight. It's mine. He knew where he hit him at, and he knew something was wrong. You could look at his eyes and see something was wrong. But Wilder stuck in there. Shout out to him. Nothing's wrong with losing a fight with a good fighter. And a lot of people just always, he was always a bum and woo this, woo that. He won over 40 fights. This is his first loss. There's nothing wrong with losing against a good fighter if you're a good fighter. And us as fans, we make it bad for ourselves, because we are the reason why promoters won't let their fighters go up against other top fighters. This is why they pretty much put their fighters against people that they know they're gonna win. Because once the fighters lose, everybody's talking about them. And that hurts them. And back in the day, people had losses. Muhammad Ali, Tyson, Holyfield, Mix Luke, all these guys, George Foreman, all these guys had losses because the best fought the best. The best don't fight the best anymore because they're scared to lose, because of the way the fans treat them after they lose. So it's just a loss, and that's just what it is. That's what happened when the best fight the best. That's why the UFC is getting so popular. The champs had to fight the best. When you have to fight the best all the time, you're going to lose some fights every now and then. You can't be in your A game all the time. There's some stuff that can happen in that ring that you just can't. After it happens, it's over with. Like Deontay Wilder, when he got hit in that third round, it was over with. There was nothing else he could do. He could have just stayed down. It was over with. And shout out to him, because he fought this guy twice. This was a voluntary fight. He wasn't mandated to fight Tyson. He could have fought him the first time, and it could have been a draw, and he could have been like, I don't want to fight him no more. Boxers do that all the time. They're like, hey, I ain't gonna fight this guy. He wanted to fight him right back. And, we got to support boxers even when they lose. He lost to Tyson. Tyson's a good fighter. They slowed. Seeing a video of the glove thing is crazy if it's true. Nah, it wasn't nothing. Tyson Fury did not cheat. I mean, he just lost. Wilder just lost, man. And he brought out the uniform thing. Let's see, because I missed the text. He brought up the uniform thing because it was over 40 pounds. At first, you know, he gave Fury his credit. He said he don't make no excuses. So people are getting on him because he said something about his uniform, because he said he had it was over 45 pounds. So you figure you got to walk up the stairs and stuff like that. And that weakened his legs, he said. But I think it was probably that and that shot in the third round. But he definitely didn't look himself. But that's his fault. They don't have nothing to do with Tyson. Tyson came in ready. Tyson, he changed his game plan. He went out there and got some of the best trainers you can get. You know, he got up there and got Sugar Hill. And Sugar Hill got a resume of champions. So, I mean, he took it all the way to the heart, you know. It was only 40 pounds, though. It was, they said 40-something pounds. But, I mean, I don't know. They said something. He had to walk so many yards. They said it was about 200 yards or something. He had to walk the stairs. He had to walk something else. And I don't know. That's an excuse. Yeah, it's an excuse. Well, we got to see. He didn't say anything as far. At the end of the fight, he pretty much gave all credit. This might be my family at the door, guys. Yeah, let me go let them in real quick. Yeah, from Crunk Gym. I'll be right back, guys. Give about 2 minutes.
I ain't got no change.
Jeez, I need to start working out. Tyson's fight plan. Whew. Jesus. What's up, Evelyn? Yeah, his trainers, he just, I mean, he just wasn't ready, man. Just don't. He didn't change nothing new. Tyson came in there with a better game plan. He came in there with better trainers. He came serious. He came ready to be the champ. And he, he did it. So we're going to see. For the excuse. I don't know, Joseph. It's not an excuse, I don't think. Because here's the thing. Say I was playing basketball. And I'm used to winning every game. And you guys are used to be dominating somebody. I play this guy. And he just dominates me. He kills me. There's nothing. I have nothing. I can't do anything, So after he finished beating me, I say, hey, shout out to him. He won. Then a couple of days later, you guys saying what happened. And then I tell you guys what happened. I'm not, just because I told you guys what happened, doesn't mean I'm making an excuse. That means that I'm aware of why I lost. I'm telling you the reason why I think I lost and my mistakes that I made that cost me that game. And that's what I think that Wilder's doing. I don't think he's making an excuse because he knew he was going to lose. He even said it. He's like, shit, I knew I was going to lose. He said, I knew I couldn't win the fight. He said in the third round, he pretty much said, I knew I couldn't win the fight. And it was over with. And then he gave Fury all the credit because he beat the champ. You can't do anything but beat the champ. So people came up to Wilder and asked him what happened. This didn't look like you and stuff like that. And he said it wasn't me. And then he gave the reasons for why it wasn't me. He didn't blame it on anybody. He said, hey, I had a bad camp. I didn't prepare good enough for this fight. That's his first mistake. And the uniform thing. I wore that uniform. I was going up the stairs and stuff like that. And I think I hurt my legs when I'm doing it. So he was just explaining why he think he lost. I mean, whenever we lose, we got to look back and say, hey, why did I lose? There's, it's probably reasons for something why we lost. So it's a difference between an excuse and explanation as to why you lost. I don't know. That's the way I look at it because he gave Tyson credit to it. That's the weakest excuse. But I mean, an excuse though, he never said in the end of the fight, he pretty much gave Tyson Fury all the credit in the world. He said he beat me. There's no excuse he beat me. Now, if he would have said, hey, after the fight, he would have said, hey, he didn't beat me. I beat myself and woo this, woo that. Then it's a different story. But I mean, I don't know. But I mean, they're gonna do it again. And I don't know if he can beat Fury. Once a fighter gets that recipe on how to beat you, it's hard to shake that off. And he just didn't beat him. He demolished them. So we'll have to see. I seen some stuff that I seen him working on that little baby hook he was doing to set up his right shot. with Ortiz in that fight that he took before. I seen him kind of working on his jab the fights before. But when I seen him against Fury, it was just nothing. It was a terrible performance. It was terrible. But hopefully he get back. I feel like he lost both fights. Well, that could go both ways. You know, the first fight could go both ways. Because we could say, hey, we feel like Tyson might have won by points. And then we got some people that say, hey, we think Tyson lost because the referee gave him forever to get up. He gave him a Buster Douglas count to get off that ground, off the canvas during that 12th round when he hopped up. The count was kind of long. So, I don't know. I know this second fight, there's no questions about it. Tyson dominated him. You know, it was a poor performance. The first fight, it is what it is. I mean, the first fight was close. The guy knocked him down twice. Tyson outboxed him. So I don't know. But we'll see for the third one. Third one, I got Tyson. I don't know. I think Tyson just got that recipe. Unless he shows me something different, I think he definitely needs to go get some new trainers because those trainers are just too comfortable. You can tell you can look at that what they call them, the Sugar Hill trainers, the Crunk Gym trainers. Every round, they're talking to Fury. Do this, do that, do this. Okay, you hit him with this, hit him with that. You didn't hear none of that in Wilder's side. You just heard, okay, it wasn't no panic mode or nothing. You know, you're supposed to have a type of trainer be like, hey, you're getting your ass whooped. You need to do this. You need to do that. Do that. He didn't have that because they got too used to Wilder doing something. Well, people making a mistake and Wilder knocking them out. So when you got trainers, you can't relax on any craft you do. You never relax. So he has some trainers that's too relaxed. And the dude stopped the fight. He had to stop the fight. A trainer's job is to protect his fighter, no matter what. If I'm a trainer and I see that your health is something can happen to you in the ring, I don't care if you want to finish the fight or not, because I don't want to go explain to your wife and kids that I seen you getting manhandled. You had no chance of winning, you know, because you got dominated for 7 straight rounds. That was straight dominated. You had no chance of winning. What do I look like? You had no legs. So if you had no legs, how could you even put the power in that shot to even get the knockout? I would have threw the towel in too. I probably would have threw the towel in earlier because I knew what was wrong. I knew where he got hit at. I knew exactly what was wrong. I knew it was over with. I knew it was over with about the 4th round from his movements. Yeah, that gym don't play, and they don't care who you are. You got some trainers, they're intimidated by popular boxers. They might be intimidated by Wilder. They might be intimidated by Fury or Canelo. Trainers like that don't care who you are. Their goal is that they want to train you, and they need that belt in their resume because that helps them get more money. You know what I mean? And you're not going to tell them what to do. They're going to tell you what to do. And if you don't like it, we'll go to another boxer. And those are the type of trainers you need. Fury wants to fight at the new Raiders Stadium. That's in Las Vegas, right? It's going to be a huge fight. And people were talking about Wilder shouldn't pick up the fight. That would be not too smart of him. The guy's 35. It's do or die right now. Either you go fight Fury and you win or you lose, but you got to go fight him again. He cannot give up that rematch. He cannot say, hey, I don't want to have the rematch right away. The media's going to kill him. They're going to execute him. Then who's going to fight him? Why would I bring any of my fighters? Anthony Joshua wouldn't fight Wilder when he had a belt. You think he's going to fight him now and he doesn't have one? Then Tyson Fury, he's smart. He's like, man, I'm not about to fight forever. I'm about to fight about 2-3 more fights and I'm gone. You know, he's not really a greedy guy. He's very humble, man. He gave away his purse, his whole purse. I think it was 9 million, 10 million, something like that. He gave it away. So people like that don't need all the money in the world. And he knows the end game. He's like, hey, I'm fighting these big fights. I'm going to get so much money off the advertisement and the promotion of stuff. I'm set for life. And the way the UK treat their fighters and stuff, I'm set for life. You know, UK treat their fighters like gods. They really, it didn't even seem like it was America in Vegas. It seemed like there was somewhere in Britain or something. You know, even during the weigh-in, Las Vegas. I mean, it was his home crowd. You know, he ran it. So he's like, I'm gonna have 2 or 3 more fights. I'm gonna finish this fight with Wilder. I'm gonna fight Joshua. If he fight Joshua, more than likely they're both gonna have a rematch clause. So you're gonna have either 2 fights or 3 fights. Then Fury's gonna retire. He's not gonna keep on fighting. He has no choice but to. He has no choice. You at 35, there's no, okay, I'm gonna give up this rematch and go try to fight some other people and build. There's no guarantee. Fury might be done. He might be gone. And you gotta fight Fury again. You know, he's gonna be gone. You got Joshua. Joshua's young. Joshua's not gonna if he doesn't fight Fury, he's not gonna lose. And honestly, I don't think Joshua's gonna fight Fury. He might not fight him. You know, it might be one of them things where Joshua will be like, okay, let's fight 3 fights from now. You know, when I'm ready to almost retire. But right away, say if Wilder didn't pick up the rematch right now, I don't know if Joshua will actually fight Fury right now. You know, you got to realize that's part of the game too, to talk. You know, you got to talk the talk. See, Eddie Hearn is famous for that. He makes good fights, but he also talks the talk. So you got him, and he's like, Joshua and Fury right now. He knows, he's smart enough to know that you can't have Fury right now because Wilder's going to pick up the rematch. But he knows all that media, that commotion, all that talk. You know, that brings, you know, a lot of attention towards Anthony Joshua. But we'll see. What's good, Adrian? But I really don't care, man. I just want to see good fights. And I just want to see, you know, nobody made them guys fight. So, you know, they did something for boxing that isn't dead. You know, so shout out to Tyson. And shout out to Wilder, because you don't see that. People just saying, hey, I want to fight you in my prime, and they actually fight, and they fight twice. And Tyson wasn't really a champion. You know, he was a lineal champion, but that's not really a champion to me. But he was the best competition that they can get. And, you know, they pretty much made their own story without Joshua. You know, Joshua was trying to kind of do him. He was coming up with 80-20, 70-30, and that's all you're going to get. Now he fights one of them guys, either one of them guys. Say Wilder wins the next fight or Fury wins the next fight. It's got to be 50-50. It might be 60-40 because they, you know, these guys Fury, it might be 60-40. Now, it's probably still be 50-50, but it's not going to be no 70-30. What's up, Sean? Okay, I don't want to get you guys. Isn't Fury 6'9"? Fury 6'9", and he came in there weighing, I think, about 274. So that's doing the weigh-ins. So when he rehydrated, the guy probably was pushing 290, 300 pounds, guys. So he probably outweighed Wilder by over 60 pounds. He probably outweighed him by 60 pounds because I'm sure he rehydrated. Sugar Hill wanted him. They said they want him as big as possible. They wanted him as big as possible, and they wanted him attacking the inside of Wilder. And at first, people were like, you want to attack him. But it made sense because now if you attack the inside, you don't leave him no room to actually gather, that punch off. So it was good, man. They trained him. That was a great. I hope he keeps them. I hope Tyson keeps them because, they deserve a lot of credit. What's up, Maurice? They had him fighting like he was 6'9" for real. He does a lot of pretty stuff. He likes to box, but they say, hey, tonight you're going to be a killer. And if he fights like he did that night, I just don't know who can beat him. Who can beat somebody who's 6'9", 300? And it's not a fat 300 because he's big enough to carry that weight. It's different between Anthony Ruiz. He's short. I think I'm taller than that guy. But if he's 6'9", 300, he can carry that weight because he has the size. And he was still kind of moving kind of fast. The guy, he fought a great fight. What do you think about the UFC 248? I want Adesanya. I don't even know how to say his name. The style bender. I want him to win the fight. I think he's good for the UFC. I think I like the way he fights. I want him to win. But this is a dangerous fight that he's fighting. Romero, and what's the other guy name? The big guy, Cotto. I don't know his name. I think his name is Cotto. The guy he was supposed to fight. These guys look like they some walking steroids. They look huge. I don't even know how they're making weight, and that could be dangerous for the last style bender because if a guy too big, he's just too big for you. And I think those guys, I don't even see how they're making the weight. They're huge, man. Them guys are huge, big guys. And they could take some hits. The last fight they fought each other, they were hitting each other back and forth with Romero. And what is that guy's name? I think his name is Costa. Romero and Costa. And people said Romero definitely lost against Costa. It wasn't a big loss, though. I mean, I would have gave Costa the fight, but Romero made a decent comeback back in the end, and it was a split decision, I believe. And those some big boys, and I don't know. We'll have to see. Can he stop them from taking them down? I'm not sure. Yeah, it was close, John. It was close. I gave it to Costa because he did more in the beginning of the fight, but in the championship rounds, Romero almost stole the show. But they some big boys. That's the thing about the UFC, man. There's no running. The UFC competition wise, it's a little bit better for the fans, I believe, because the promoters not running the show. You got these promoters and these networks together, and they with the division. It's like, you're not gonna fight. You see the things that what's the guy name? They say who's number one pound for pound? Bud Crawford. Okay, we got Bud Crawford, Terrence Crawford. He can barely get a fight. They talk to Thurman. They talk to other people in the PBC. PBC got all the fighters his weight class. But He's calling the PBC fighters scared, but look what the promoters are telling them. The promoters are saying, "Hey, why would we waste money going to another network to fight when we got all the fighters right here? We can make more money. We're gonna waste money going to another network that's high risk, and you might knock my fighter out, or we can keep him right here, and he can lose, and we can make more money, and then they can fight somebody else, and we can keep in rotation and just fight with our fighters and make more money." So that's what you got going on with boxing. It's hard for you to really get a fight unless you're just a heavy name. Manny Pacquiao, he's a heavy name. He can go fight. Any network's going to let him fight because he's a big draw. Floyd's a big draw. He can fight anywhere. Anthony Joshua's a big draw. Fury and Wilder. Well, Wilder not no more. He needs that belt. If he doesn't have that belt, he's not that draw he was before. Because why are you going to put all that risk for nothing? But Fury and Joshua, big draws, So you got a lot of that in boxing that you don't have, that political stuff that you don't have in the UFC. You're the champion, you're going to have to fight one of the top 5 contenders, period. That's just what it is. Ramirez, 42 years old, still a good fighter. He's a beast. He's a monster. So that's going to be good. That's coming up next month, right? 248. UFC 248. I don't know why I do this, because I could just look it up on the computer, but I always grab my phone. That's how we know we're so used to these cell phones. What's the date? March 7th. So we're going to see that. I think John's my favorite. John Bones. But he's going to end up losing soon. Father Time. Lakers and Pelicans, 9:20 go. We about to go in a minute too, because we've been on over an hour. Let me know what you guys been watching, or any last questions before we leave. What you guys been watching? What you guys been streaming? It's hot. Ferguson versus Khabib. Khabib's going to beat him, Bama. Khabib's going to retire undefeated. That's another guy who said he's not fighting long. He's probably going to fight Ferguson, and then he might fight McGregor again. He's going to dog McGregor, and he's going to retire. I don't see nobody beating him because they don't got no answer for his takedowns. They just can't mess with him. You got Ferguson on the night. I don't know, man. I don't know if Ferguson can do it. Whoever does it has to stop him, has to stop the takedowns. As long as you can stop the takedowns, he's beatable. He's beatable as long as you can stop the takedowns, because his hand games, his stand-up game's not that good. But he does hit hard. So if he catches you with one, he has some power to knock you down. I haven't seen that knockout power, but he has the power to knock you down, to stumble you. Once he stumbles you and he go for the takedown, it's hard to. I haven't seen nobody's been able to stop the takedown. I don't know, man, but I hope he does. Like, I got my favorite fighters. I'm going to tell you guys my opinion who wins. Like, even though I got my favorite fighter, I could like a fighter. Stylebender, he's one of my favorite fighters. I like him. He's entertaining. I like him. But I don't know if he can beat Romero. That's just like I am. Even if I like somebody a lot, if I don't know if he can beat him, I don't know. But I'm just interested in seeing the good fights. I like seeing equal competition. I want to see people equals fight each other and we have a winner. So hopefully he does. Khabib had a long run, though. I don't know. But one thing that could hit him, what I seen, that's John suffering from too. Bones. These guys be laying off too long, and that's dangerous. I think when you're fighting, it could be good. It could be dangerous. It could be good if you're an older fighter because it gives you what you can rest your body. But it's being inactive. That could be something that's dangerous too. So I can't remember the last time Khabib fought. I think he fought what's his name? But he pretty much fights like once a year, it seems. Because he went a long time before he actually. Well, he was suspended. My bad. I can't bring that up. Because when he fought McGregor, he did get suspended. Khabib born to win. That guy is a monster, man. Nobody has been able to stop him from taking him down. I haven't seen a more dominant fighter in the UFC than Khabib. And I'm talking about, John Bones. Bones is my favorite fighter, but Khabib just been dominating stuff. Jones still give people. Early Jones was dominating. This John Jones, he's barely winning. That's how you know John's going to lose soon. And he's not active enough. It just looks rusty in the ring. But I haven't seen nobody. Well, what's his name? GSP. GSP. I seen him. Is that GSP? Let me see. He dominates stuff. Let me see if that's his name. Yeah, James St. Pierre. James St. Pierre. He officially announced his retirement 1 year ago. Probably him, then Khabib. People haven't pretty much had no chance against him. What women are the 248 card? I thought is Nunes fine? Let's see that card. Okay, let me share it before I go. I'm going to give you guys my predictions. If you guys take this somewhere and win some money off my predictions, I need 5%. Israel against Romero. This is going to be close. Yes, Israel can stop the takedowns. It's a big boy, guys. It's a big boy. I don't know who to go with, man. It's just a good fight. That's why that's UFC's great, man. You really don't know a clear winner for some of these fights. We could point out a lot of differences. Israel should win, but I can't. This guy is huge, man. Wally Zhang and Joanna. Joanna's probably going to take this one, I think. I really don't know Wally. I can't even comment on her that much. Benil, I don't know them two. I pretty much don't know anybody else on this card. But I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because it's going to be entertaining. Some of these guys got some good records. Look at some of these guys' records. Not too many people undefeated. Israel will lose, and it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to lose, man. Boxing is made a terrible turn when fighters are scared to lose a fight, man. It's okay to lose a fight, man. If you're fighting good competition, good fighters, you're gonna win. Look at Floyd. What Floyd's 50-0, something like that. Is Floyd your top 5 as far as box fighters, best fighters ever? I don't think he's nobody's top. He's a great fighter, but it's just I mean, his competition, Floyd, granted, Floyd did have some great big names. His resume is great, but it's not, he never had that person just push him there. You know, you had Ali Fraser. You had Ali had a couple people that just pushed him there. A lot of these fighters. So, you know, they're always come out with these are my best fighters ever. They might have about 2, 3, 4 losses. What's up, Trooper Scooper? Hey, Ion, how you doing? I was on my Nvidia Shield TV page too. I think he did pass away, guys. I think he did pass away. I'm not sure what he passed away from because I can't find any of his family members. But if I can find some of his family members, I'll definitely let you guys know the date and what it was from, and we give him a shout out, you know. Could definitely give him a shout out, especially because he originated from here. You know, he originated from the chat. He was just like one of you guys, and he started making videos, and he did a great job. So a lot of people was wondering where he's been. So I'm definitely going to try to find a family member. But it looks like Dave Custo, my Nvidia Shield TV. I think he died. I don't think he's, I think he died, guys. I think he passed along. So I'm going to try to get in contact with his family. Ali lost and came back and won. Tyson, Holyfield, Ali, Frazier, Sugar Ray. I like Roy Jones. Roy Jones is one of my favorites. I like Roy Jones over Mayweather as far as my favorites, as far as what Roy Jones used to do. I think what hurt Roy Jones was he kept on messing around with different weight classes. You know, he kept on trying to push himself a little bit more when he got older, you know, and it's that's kind of like hurt his look. But early Roy Jones was a monster. He was a monster. Pernell Whitaker was a monster. Got a lot of these guys. They fought top competition. Even Cesar Chavez. The real Cesar Chavez, he was ready for war. He got losses. He was ready for war, you know. His sons, I don't know about his sons. His sons, I've seen a picture of him too, man. And he still looks good to this day, man. He looks like he can fight a fight right now. His sons pretty much they wanted the daddy. They didn't want to put in the work that daddy did. You know, they just wanted the benefits, the money. But daddy put in some work, you know. So you got a lot of people that lost fights. Can you anyone help me up? I have a question. I have a Fire Cube, and I lost a couple of apps that are not showing in my logos, are not shows logos. Have any idea? You can go look at it. Once you go to your apps, you can scroll all the way across, and you could go all the way across to see my apps. We'll see all apps. Once you go to see all apps, it'll open up a thing, and you could pretty much, it'll probably be lower down below, and you could press, I believe it's this button right here, the one with the 3 lines. And once you press that button, you can move it up so it doesn't go. I just got that Killer Bee gaming chair, and it's great. I'm glad you like it, James. Romero Soldier. Tyson's my all-time favorite. Yeah, Tyson was a dog. And these was guys that wasn't even... Tyson was so small. I was just thinking, I don't even know if Tyson would probably be a heavyweight right now. I think he'll probably be trying to go for a light heavyweight right now. We got light heavyweights that's probably bigger than Tyson now. But Tyson would put him down. He just ran into some guys, though, man. That first time he fought Holyfield was just ready. That hurt my heart. I think that was one of the worst fights I really just didn't want to see. That first fight when he fought against Holyfield, Tyson was just my favorite of all time. And the way Holyfield was beating him, I'm like, oh my God, I had to watch that. I was young too. I was real small when that happened. And it was like getting your heart crushed. But I mean, gotta give Holyfield his credit. Tyson got a pot farm in California City. Yeah, James, and it's doing great too. Tyson, he's one of those those guys who had all the money and lost it because of his attitude, fixed his attitude. Now he's doing movies. Like you said, James, he's got this the marijuana farm, and that's doing great. He's generating a lot of money now. When his trainer died, he started going downhill. Yep, Bama fan. He made boxing more exciting. At that time, yeah. Yeah, Eon, yeah. Everybody died, though. I think boxing always needed that one person just to carry that torch. They just needed that one person who just everybody feared and just like that. You have, I think each generation had that. And like right now, we was kind of lost with that, because I like Canelo. I like Canelo too. And I think he was like the face. But I just don't, the competition that he was fighting, I started to question things, But right now, Tyson Fury is probably like that man right now. He's that man. He's that man who's going to fight everybody, but he's not going to stay that long. I'm telling you, Tyson's going to retire like 2 or 3 fights because he really don't care about the money like that because he knows he's going to always have it. Who passed away? I think my Nvidia Shield TV passed away a while ago, and we just didn't know about it. But I went to some of his social media pages, and people are praying and stuff like that. And I think he's gone. I see DeVille's his friend too. So I'm see with DeVille, but I'm pretty sure he's gone. I'm gonna just try to reach out to his family members to see if that's a fact or not. Michael Sweeney. Michael's been on here. Michael emails me sometimes. I don't know. I really don't know, man. But if he is gone, we're definitely gonna find out and give him a shout out. If he is gone, I'm gonna search. But I'm getting ready to go, guys, because it's 9:40. What I've been watching The Good Doctor lately. I've been watching Life. What's his that? Life, the new series 50 Cent is producing. That's a good series too. Um, what's the name of that movie episode? It's not too popular either. For Life. For Life, I believe. That's the name. I'm surprised it's not as popular. Outsiders. I know everybody's watching Outsiders right now. That's real good. Movies. I haven't seen too many movies. I went to the movie theater this last week with my daughter. We went to see Sonic. Sonic was okay. I liked it. Snowfall to come back. Yeah, I'm ready for Snowfall to come back. I'm ready for Godfather of Harlem. Then I'm gonna catch up on some of these series I missed. I need to catch up on Walking Dead. It was just boring me out. And Walking Dead, like one of my all time favorites. But it just I don't know. It just started going downhill to me. But I seen some people that said Steve caught back up, and they're making a lot of sub shows from it. The Witcher. I need to finish The Witcher. Movies just haven't been my cup of tea, man. I am gonna go see that new Vin Diesel movie. I don't know. I might go see it. Yeah, when Tupac got shot. Yep. Yep, that sure is. Nazim Ali said, I remember when Mike Tyson versus Holyfield. Tyson lost and Tupac got shot afterwards. Yep, I forgot that part. That's when Tupac got shot. Yep, that hurt me. I felt like Holyfield was beating on me. Walking Dead is fading. Cuz Diamata. I'm gonna get ready to go, guys. He bit off that ear. He didn't bite off the ear the first fight. He bit off the ear the second fight, didn't he? It was the second fight. He got knocked down that first fight. Holyfield put it on him that first fight, man. I'm gonna have to go watch that fight again. I think Holyfield would just moved up in weight too. Holyfield was a good fighter. Then I think after that, Lennox Lewis beat Holyfield, right? See, that's when boxing is at its best, it's with the heavyweight division, man. Because there's nothing like watching these giants hit each other. It's nothing like it. I mean, we got a lot of good welterweights and stuff like that. I think welterweights might be the best division in boxing, but like in the past, you always had the heavyweights. People like the heavyweights because Usually it didn't go 12 rounds. Somebody was going to get knocked out. It was nothing like watching these big giants swing at each other. But I'm going to get ready to talk to you guys later. It's going on 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining the show. I apologize for being late, about 10 minutes late today. Boxing is nowhere as good as it used to be, Bama fan. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. But, it's our fault. It's a lot of the fans' fault why it's not as good. There's a lot of different reasons. Mainly, it's the promoters and the networks are together. So you got the promoters and networks together. And it's the fans' fault, too. Because look at this Wilder fight, this Wilder-Fury fight. Right after he loses his first fight, now he's so terrible. How? How is he so terrible? You're not going to give him credit for stepping in the ring against a great fighter? People don't step in the ring against great fighters no more, equals. It don't happen a lot. So you got to give him credit. He fought, arguably the best heavyweight on his own. He wasn't mandated to fight Tyson Fury. He fought him twice on his own. He could have ran away to fight first fight. He could have ran away after the draw and said, hey, I think I beat this guy and made an excuse. I'm not going to fight him anymore. And went away. But he fought him the first time by choice. Fought him the second time by choice. Both times he fought a great fighter. And he lost. People lose. It's okay. You get up and you fight again, man. But you got so much negative people. Oh, he's done with this. It's one fight. Some of my favorite fighters got 3 or 4 losses. I don't think I have a fighter that's and none of my favorite fighters of all time have an undefeated record. Because I like fighters that actually fight good competition. I like them type of fighters. So now these promoters, these networks are scared to let their moneymakers lose a fight. That's why you see so many people, like a lot of people criticize Canelo. He might not even have choices like that to who he's fighting, because it's a lot of people he could be fighting. This might give him a better fight, and people see that. But he might not even have the choice. He might be like, hey, I want to fight this guy. This guy's good right here. His people that got the contract be like, nah, too much of a risk, not enough reward. And that's the thing with boxing too. If it's too high risk, no reward, no. It's very few fighters you can say that. Yeah, you been going live? Yeah, it's all about the money now. It's all about the money. And they make it too much money. They make it too much money for good fighters to fight people like me. It's people like me getting fights with some heavyweights and stuff like that. Fury should fight Joshua instead for the 3rd fight with Wilder. Who to say Joshua's going to fight Fury? People just up and assume Joshua's going to fight Fury. That's not for sure. Fury might not fight. Joshua might not fight him. Joshua might do Fury the same way he did Wilder and be like, hey, yeah, I'll fight you. I want to fight you. Okay, if we fight, it's 70-30. Who's going to take a 70-30 split? So that's pretty much telling people, it make it look good in front of the things. But I really don't think Joshua really wants to fight him. Eddie Hearn is making all that noise right now, mainly because he knows Wilder's going to take that rematch. He has to take the rematch. If he doesn't take the rematch, his career is over. So he got to take the rematch because with the politics of boxing, who's to say he'll ever get a title shot again? What's up, Urban Kings? He might not get a, it ain't, you could be the number one contender and not get a title shot. Boxing is all about who you choose to fight. And it was hard enough for him to get a fight with a belt. Now, without a belt, it's going to be hard for him to get a fight, man. Joshua's not going to fight Wilder. Too much risk, not enough reward. You don't got no belt either, and you want me to fight you? And you might knock me out? Nah, pass. That's how promoters think. There was a rematch clause. He has 30 days to decide. He took it. He's already said he's taking it. He has to take it, Brad. He doesn't have that much because he might not get another shot at the title. People might not do him the way he did other people. He took a lot of voluntary fights that he didn't have to take with people. That was good competition. But, sometimes that type of stuff isn't passed back to you, So who's to say he would ever get another chance? And his age, he don't got no years to wait, no couple years to wait or play games with it. You got Joshua with all the belts. You got Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's gonna retire after this Wilder thing goes down. He's gonna try to get Joshua. If he gets Joshua, whoever gets Joshua is gonna fight. You're looking at 2 to 3 fights because it's gonna be a rematch clause. So whoever wins the first fight, the loser's gonna do a rematch clause, and then the second fight, if the winner wins again, it'll be over. But if it's a 1-on-1, then you'll see a third fight. That's the way it goes. That's how it's a money game. So you look, I think Fury, he's gonna probably I think Fury retire now. I think he could. Fury's a guy who doesn't. He's not like a lot of these other boxers. He's the guy. I kind of think like me. Well, I don't know. He's probably more kind of humble than me. He's a guy who's hey, I got a few million. That's enough. I can do this and get the promotions, and that's enough. So ain't no telling. Fury can leave any day. You guys be thinking he be playing when he say he just want to chill out and drink and do this and just chill with the family. He probably just want to do that, man. A lot of fighters don't, they come in the game smart where they want to get in, get the money real quick and get out. It's a lot of fighters that can barely talk. They can't even enjoy their family's life right now, because they went through so much getting hit in the head. Get hit in the head enough, it's going to cause problems. So he could retire now. And I think Wilder just needs to have that rematch, because he performed so terrible. So I don't think he'll just be the same fighter, but at least getting the rematch. But he's right, man. He could retire. He's unpredictable. Fury's real unpredictable. He's the type of guy who could walk away right now and be like, okay, I'm done. Go grab a beer, chill. That's just his personality. And then, people's going to love him. His country's going to love him regardless, right? He continues to fight or he doesn't. The UK fan base, it seems like it's a stronger fan base than the American fan base as far as boxing. They support their fighters on a different level than what we do here. You could tell because they own Vegas. Joshua comes here, he's gonna own the arena. They're gonna travel to go see their fighters. If their fighter lose, they're not gonna give their fighter you know, all this, all you terrible. They fighters lose, they're gonna be like, hey, get back up, and we know you got this. Here, you lose, go curse you out. What's up, Charles? I seen you on Twitter doing a lot of the stocks, Charles. Charles be in there getting it down in, man, on Twitter. You can find out a lot of information on Twitter, man. But I'm gonna get ready to go, guys. I'm hot. I'm burning up. I gotta turn this heat off. Need to get a shower and stuff. Grab me something to eat. Watch a couple TV shows. Play the game. Go to work. But I want to thank everybody for joining. All my mods. What's up, David Watson? All the mods for joining. All you people for joining. I'm gonna get back into it, man. It's just been rough, man. It's been rough. It's been not rough like that. It's been good, but as far as work and the kiddo growing up, man. Yeah, I was with Stock Twits. Yeah, you be on it, Charles. You be on your thing. Charles be. I gotta learn some more about the stocks and stuff. They said the stock went down today by a lot. That coronavirus thing, you know, they pretty much said it's not an answer when it will hit America. I mean, it's not an answer if it's going to hit America. It's going to hit. We just don't know when. And we're not prepared. That's what's pretty much what's the statement today. So that's some scary stuff because I was talking to a couple of my guys in China, and he was pretty much said what they had to do like a self-quarantine thing where, you know, they were in the house, you know, slowed down a lot of business, had a type of curfew. What else they said? He said something about the family. So many people can go out that day, you know, go grab some things, and they got to come back inside. They tried to scare everybody. Nah, Bama, it's real. It's real. I know a couple. I know some guys in China. I mean, it's real. And then you got to figure, Bama. You get a lot of your stuff, man. They're not stopping. There's a lot of people still coming from different places. It's a lot of the stuff where we get all our medication from China. We get a lot of everything from China. So, I mean, I'm not sure how it can carry. Somebody told me it can't carry too long in a package. I forgot he said so many hours. But it's real, man. Now, where it came from, that's the question. Because where did this come from? We're not going to talk about it. We can't talk about that stuff like here. But I got theories of how it came about, and I don't think it came about from any person. But hopefully we can do something. Hopefully it doesn't get terrible. But it's real, man. It's real. What you could do, one thing about this streaming stuff, this technology stuff, you know, when I started doing YouTube, is that it's a lot of us, even on chat right now. It's people here that's watching, or even come watch, you know, later, that's from around the whole world. So I met a lot of friends from different worlds just by having a YouTube channel. You know, people from the UK, people from China, A lot of different people, from all over. And, you'd be like, hey, man, that stuff real? That virus they talk about? And they like, Steve, it's real. It's going on. It's happening. And yeah, man. Yep, Charles. Yep, I think it was something created, Charles, that got out of hand. But that's where I always thought. I remember Stephen King. What was the wrong one movie? Stephen King did. It wasn't a movie. It was a TV series. It was a mini series. It had two parts. No, he had four parts. It was a TV mini series. They actually redoing The Stand. The Stand was a great movie, and it was scary to me, especially in the beginning, because it was something that could, possibly happen. You create something, you have one of these secret locations, and it gets out of control, and it becomes uncontrollable. And man, that's that's something. They it's a lot of stuff that's being messed around with that I just don't agree with. A lot of the cloning stuff I don't agree with. You know, a lot of the cloning stuff I don't agree. It's a lot of stuff that happened I don't agree. Like I love science and I hate science. Like technology, I love technology, but I hate technology because I told you guys technology is going to take a lot of our jobs away. Um, I love science, but I hate science because science is going to kill a lot of us. But um, it's a lot of things that's happening. It's too many experiments, unnecessary experiments that's being done that could get out of hand. The Lakers game. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the game. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining the show. We're gonna have to talk about some of this stuff. I buy a lot off eBay. Most of my selling in China, said Estella. It's a way until further notice. Parts for cell phones come from China. It is affecting us in the U.S. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot of that's happening too, Tim. It's a lot of people that do business with Chinese companies, and they're not unable to do business right now. They don't have no workers there. The workers not in their factories, so they could make the stuff. So it's a lot of people going through that, Tim. It's some of the factories starting to come back right now, though. So they're getting through it. But it's not a scare tactic. It's happening. But why is it happening? That's the question. Why is it happening? Yep, devices, all that stuff, Charles. All the stuff. That's why it's never too good. It's like the Netflix thing. When I told you guys they trying to make a lot of their own content now, they figured it out. We can't just buy other people content for rent because when these people want to leave, like Disney, they take their content from us or stuff like that. And this is something like the U.S. does too. The U.S. gets so much stuff delivered to this country. A lot of the stuff, that affects us business wise. It's unbelievable, man. So we do need to get back to the point where we're kind of creating a lot of our stuff as well too. So we don't have to go through, if something happened to other countries. And Vice versa. I think every country should be doing it, where you know if something happened, you can actually just pick up and take over it. Not sweating it myself from Bama. I hope so, Bama. I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't, Bama. We're gonna see though. But when they announce something in media like that, it's pretty much it's like damage control. I'm thinking like once they announced it, because it was on CNN, it was on a lot of stuff. Once they announced it, I was like, oh, it's here. Because that's something they wouldn't announce in the media because, it makes them look real bad. It's not even a scare tactic. It makes them look bad. And people are going to lose their jobs behind it. So for them, that's like a last thing they do before it hit. Like, hey, this about to happen. And it's going to happen, guys. It's going to be bad. And this is the reason why we not as good. They already laying excuses. It's like damage control, So hopefully it doesn't. Octavia said they just announced the first U.S. military person with coronavirus. Don't trust the media. There's things you don't trust the media about, Bama. I agree, and I don't because the media does a lot of scare bait as far as to keep you away from stuff. But you gotta pay attention to the way media is too. So when something bad is about to happen and it's gonna affect them, because this is gonna affect, if it's real bad, it's gonna affect their jobs. It's gonna affect some politicians, being real. Like it's gonna affect a lot of things. The way it's handled, if it's handled poorly, and the way they were talking, it didn't seem like scare bait. It seemed like damage control. It seemed like people trying to save themselves, as far as their words. So I don't know. Hopefully, it came from Betts. Betts been here forever. How did it just now come from Betts? That's the problem. How did it just now come from Betts? Then people said this it's because they ate raw animal. People been eating raw animals. How did it now just show up out of nowhere? Man, that thing was probably created in some lab and something happened. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a sad situation, Gail. So hopefully it doesn't get bad. Hopefully. We're gonna see though. We'll read some more stuff about it. Stuff start changing. I will keep you guys. I learned 40 years ago that electronics is going to take over jobs in the world. That is this is the goal. Oh yeah, definitely. You came from a strange looking animal, never seen it before, not a bit. Probably one of the animals they cloned. I swear, man, they be cloning some stuff, man. These guys could find some frozen like a dinosaur or something and try to take some DNA and match it with this. So many years. I'm like, you guys are doing too much. It's a little bit too much going on, with this stuff. I could see it for some like, they did it with some of the livestock, like the cows and chickens and stuff like that. The bees were important. They started cloning the bees because the bees was dying off and stuff like that. But when you just get to cloning anything just because you want to clone it, or you making hybrids of certain animals and mixing tigers and lions and doing all this, you just playing around with stuff, man. And something can happen that you really just don't know how to control. But I'm talking to you guys later. I'm gonna go for real this time because you guys gonna have me up all night. I won't stop talking. It's been good talking to you guys, though. I wish you guys and your family all the best. And cloning is wrong. Got butterflies to help balance the system. Yeah. Why do you think they are working on artificial intelligence so hard? So you guys gonna have me up all night. So I'm gonna get ready to go, man. I'm gonna talk to you guys later, man. Much love, peace to all you guys and your family. And I'm gonna talk to you guys next time. Tune in next time so I can show you how to make the box yours. Thanks for watching.